Shalom before I start. Gonna give all praises to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Rachakorash, the honors to the elders and apostles, a great millstone. Peace, blessings, and salutations to all elect Akim Wa Akwath, learning, teaching, in truth and sincerity. Another video through the spirit, your brother Malat from GMS Detroit. And this one right here, just taking two subjects. Excuse me. And the way I was going to title it, Your President, the Super Bowl, and memes. What we're seeing, y'all, this presidency with Trump, especially, his second wing, right? This is the most unprofessional that we've ever seen the United States government. I'm talking about we have a president that gets on the internet and posts memes, y'all. The leader of the free world gets on the internet and posts memes, in a very 12 grader, middle school esque fashion. And you're still paying taxes to this government. You still have to abide by the laws, right? When you're traveling in your vehicle, you still have to pretend like this is a well organized world, and it's clearly not. All right. And, we had the Super Bowl the other day, which was, quite a snooze fest, the domination on one side. But then, of course, you had that fag, Bad Bunny. He did his little halftime show dance, and song fully in Spanish. So the majority of viewers couldn't understand him. And of course, it angered Esau Edom, the red hat wearers, MAGA on them. And rather than, your president, reminding people that, hey, this should be a time of unity. This country was founded on different peoples coming together. No, he does. And, he's trained, right? He's doing what he's supposed to. But it just shows you this country, it was never real, y'all. It was never great. It was never magnificent. It was never exceptional. The Esau is busting loose at the seams, y'all. He was able to put on a good show for a while, but now it's clear it's just out there. So let's start with this. It says President Donald Trump speaks on Bad Bunny Super Bowl halftime show, calling it the worst. Says the Super Bowl halftime show is absolutely terrible, one of the worst ever. It makes no sense. Says is an affront to the greatness of America and doesn't represent our standards of success, creativity, or excellence. Nobody understands a word this guy is saying, and the dancing is disgusting, especially for young children that are watching from throughout the USA. Well, wait a minute. It's just been outed that many people in the government have been doing things to young children, but you aren't worried about that, huh? Says this show is just a slap in the face to our country, which is setting new standards and records every single day, including the best stock market and 401ks in history, which is a lie. There is nothing inspirational about this mess of a halftime show, and watch, it will get great reviews from the fake news media because they haven't got a clue of what is going on in the real world. And by the way, the NFL should immediately replace its ridiculous new kickoff rule, Make America Great Again, President DJT. So this is your president on the internet, talking smack like just a regular civilian. You're not even you're not even supposed to. Here it is. They have these congressional meetings, right? Oval Office meetings. They don't even use so-called curse words in there, right? They pretend to be so professional. And here this dude is on the internet making fun of folk and y'all, this shit, hey, and it's no wonder um, the way that he acts is the way that the people on the bottom act, and that's what happens. The people are only going to do what they're allowed to do, right? Sirach 10, what time it is, it says, as the judge of the people is himself, so are his officers. And what manner of man the ruler of the city is, such are all they that dwell therein. An unwise king destroyeth his people, but through the prudence of them which are in authority, the city shall be inhabited. So taking a look right now, does this dude sound, act, and move like a wise king? Your top politicians, your governors, mayors, are these people running this country in a wise way? Of course not. Look at the things that they say. about their own damn citizens, y'all. You know, the shit's laughable. That's why the other countries are making fun of America. You had Greenland. You know, they did that skit of what they, you know, how they feel about Americans. Why? Because Americans are all fat and lazy and stupid, and it's just true now. It's just one of those truths. You can't even get mad. You just got to deal with it, right? Coming back. So that was his words on it, which out of court, hey, it's just hypocritical of this country. Here it is, immigrants. The immigrants are cool when they look so-called white, right? Uh, and you love Mexicans when it's time to eat tacos, when it's Taco Tuesday, when it's time to get some construction done, right? You coming out to them, wiping their forehead and handing them a Corona. And then as soon as they get done, then you want to go turn them into ice. Esau, he's the ultimate hypocrite, y'all. It's just an amazing world that we live in. So next one, you have that one, right? Then I'm going to be taking it back a little bit. Okay, and this is more of the same right here, just this full statement. So taking it back to the other day, if you remember.
Surprisingly, this is the least surprising thing to happen literally all week. To the point, I almost don't even want to deem it newsworthy, but at the same time, I'd like to just point out American incompetence today. I'm not surprised that his algorithm is racist.
And if y'all remember, he put up this meme of the Obamas as monkeys, which we don't give a fuck about them, right? We understand what the deal is there, a nigga a Hamite. But for the consensus of your country, you're racially making fun of a past president and a first family. Y'all, it's the illusion of the grandeur, the greatness of Babylon is gone. The facade is gone. It's over. They put on a good show. They pretended like they were the peak of humanity, but it's being revealed. I'm sorry, y'all.
As soon as one video ends,
that the basis of men have been set up. That's why they do things that are just completely counterintuitive. Daniel 4 and 17, it says, "This matter is by the decree of the watchers, and the demand by the word of the holy ones, to the intent that the living may know that the Most High ruleth in the kingdom of men, and giveth it to whomsoever he will, and setteth up over it the basis of men." And that's what we're living through. The Heavenly Father is in control of who's in rulership of the earth. And as of right now, he's given the rulership to Esau Edom. And Esau Edom is the basest. He's the most vile. He's the greatest liar. He's the most evil. You see the things they've done to these youngins, right? They've all been outed, and they're pretending like, they're just trying to pretend it away and ignore it away. That one nigga was asked, so what are you going to do about the people who got caught up in this? He said, well, if anyone was doing it, we don't have any evidence anyone did it. Like, what? Whole papers list is coming out of folks who was flying in and out the island. So it's like, they're obviously, everything is so far in the trash can, y'all, they're not even trying to clean it out. And this is just how Esau is. They're vile people. Matter of fact, what does it say they are? Viler than the earth? That's Job. Let's get that real quick. We'll go back to that video, Salakia. Yep. Job 30 and 8. It says they were the children of fools. Yeah, children of base men. They were viler than the earth. And now I'm their song. Yeah, I'm their byword. So here it is. These people are vile. And they're set up as the rulers up over us. And so you look out and you wonder why the world is so upside down. They make, these companies make all this extra food. What do they do? Throw it away rather than feed the poor. They create things, technologies that on paper are supposed to help, but it's polluting the world. They lie, they cheat and steal, but they point the finger at everyone else, right? They're doing these things to these youngins. So it's like, they're the worst group of human beings on the planet Earth. And now it's being revealed. So let's go back.
Surprisingly, this is the least surprising thing to happen literally all week. To the point, I almost don't even want to deem it newsworthy, but at the same time, I'd like to just point out American incompetence today. I'm not surprised that his algorithm is racist, and as soon as one video ends, the next one swipes. But I'm surprised how incompetent they are that they can't understand 62 seconds versus 60 seconds. Or you're trying to drive a point home. But I mean, regardless, it doesn't fucking matter. You know what does matter? The files say you've been compromised by Jared Kushner in Israel since term number fucking 1. And that's not even getting into the accusation of rape and murder. See, that's important news to me. Around incompetence, let's stay there. Dweeb alcoholic Hegseth, he decided to let the people know Harvard is woke. No more money, no more relationship. And he tagged something an incompetent, stupid motherfucker that leaks war plans would do. No worries, I screen recorded just to show you how stupid this motherfucker is. Now, hi, say hello.
So just look at the government, y'all. Look at these. Just you can get online and just go to their social media and see some of the dumb shit that's just going on, y'all. This is literally crazy. You can get online now and go to a social media website and find out information that secret agents had to assassinate people and slit throats for back in the day. You understand what I'm saying? Infiltrate, nigga did a whole 5-year job pretending to be a whole disguise on, snuck into the building, did all that, and we can just get on Twitter or go to a motherfucking Instagram and find all this shit out in less than 10 minutes. E is just completely exposed, y'all.
To a random Russian in Uzbekistan, maybe that Uzbekistanian. Yeah, good job, Hegseth, dickhead. But with more incompetence, we have the Democratic Party, who thought headquarters 6-7, then they had to change it to 6-8 because they realized how cringe and stupid it was, thinks that she has zero fucking chance. I don't understand. Where's the confusion? You see that? That means that there's no chance she's gonna win. Her husband, Zionist, they're committing genocide. Get a different racehorse. You got stupid, slow. What's happening? Talk about the news stations now all of a sudden wanting me to believe that North Korea is executing children for watching Squid Games. How convenient when the Epstein files are released, we figure out that Epstein is a Mossad agent. Now all of a sudden, you guys need to worry about Kim Jong-un. He's killing people for watching Squid Games. Just that released mad months ago. Now all of a sudden, very convenient. And even most likely a lot. I remember them releasing this article talking about, man, Squid Games is awesome. It showed the reality of South Korea. Terrible people down there. They will do anything for some money because they're all in debt and willing to die for it. North Korea, nothing like that. No, yeah, that's probably a lie. It's a dictatorship, but you want me to...
So, he's just exposing the incompetencies of the United States government. There's another one says Donald Trump addresses video of Barack and Michelle Obama, says he won't apologize for it. So going back to this a little bit, reporter says, the WH says a staffer sent the video. Are you going to fire that staffer? He says, no, I looked at it. I saw it. I just looked at the first part. It was about voter fraud in some place. I didn't see the whole thing. I guess towards the end of it, there was some kind of a picture that people don't like. I wouldn't like it either. I give it to the people. Generally, they look at the whole thing, but I guess somebody didn't. They posted it, and we took it down as soon as we found out about it. Wow. A number of Republicans are calling on you to apologize for that post. Is that something you're going to do? No, I didn't make the mistake. I look at thousands of things. I looked at the beginning of it. It was fine. That was a takeoff from The Lion King. Right here. So he refuses to apologize. Bro, once again, he's playing a character. But you see, y'all, Edom, his professionalism, his, philosophical, great, science loving, all the things that they tell us we're supposed to be, right? Here it is, they make fun of us. They'll tell you we don't have any manners. Black people are rude. We don't speak properly. We destroy everything. But look at them on the highest level. On the highest level, they're acting like big kid idiots. They're acting like big kid idiots. And we're living in it, y'all. We're living in the fall of a fucking empire. And Esau's been revealed and sought out, like it says in Obadiah. He nigga he's no longer great. You know what, I'm gonna get one more and I'll end on this. I ain't gonna make it too long. I just find it funny, y'all. All the things they make fun of us for, they're now displaying it at the highest level of government, and it's just ridiculous. Isaiah 25:7, and he will destroy in this mountain the face of the covering cast over all people, and the veil that is spread over all nations. Right? So, Edom, he was considered the pinnacle of humanity and society for the longest of times. And now everyone can see, his mirage is starting to be lifted, right? And the nations find themselves, even Edomites themselves, the lower end ones in this country, they see that this place is a fucking joke, y'all. And it literally is. Babylon has become a literal joke. It's become dross. It's no longer that golden cup in the hand of the Lord like it tells us in Isaiah. It should has become it's become a vase of shit. You understand what I'm saying? It's no longer the golden the golden city. Matter of fact, let me do that. Hold 1 second. Golden city cease. Yep. Isaiah 14:4, that thou shalt take up this proverb against the king of Babylon and say, how hath the oppressor ceased? The golden city ceased. This mug is no longer golden, y'all. Hey, what's that? Living my life like I'm golden. Living my life like I'm... Nah, negative. Not here, not no more. Things is expensive. Food bad for you. People rude, ugly, and mean. Yeah, it's over. Hey, so that's it, man. I'm going to give all praises to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Rachakorash, the honors to the elders and apostles, a great millstone, peace, blessings, and salutations to all of you like to Akim Wa'agwath, learning, teaching in truth and sincerity. Shalom.